any of my friends, former athletes know it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Just like all the other inductees here, it's just something that you can't really imagine until it happens. You overcome with emotions and anticipation what it might feel like to be up here, but you have no idea until you reach this podium. I want to start off by thanking the Hall of Fame committee for my induction. It's a great honor to be the first track and field athlete inducted into the Hall of Fame. I want to thank Mr. Willis Fuller for being there for me as a student athlete, but also as a coach in my career, being a mentor for me. I want to thank Coach Melby for giving me the opportunity to come to Lindsey Wilson College to participate in track and field. I also want to thank Coach Stoner for believing in me, showing me the way to greatness. I want to thank Coach Hagan for showing me the leadership aspect of the track and field and running the program. I want to thank my family that's here, my wife, France, and my daughter, Amanda. My parents, who always believe in me and let me reach my dreams of anything I wanted to do. They always there. My teammates that always push me during practice, hold me accountable as a leader. I definitely would be here while going through those trials and tribulations as your leader. And then last but not least, I want to thank all the student athletes that I had the pleasure of coaching, mentoring, letting me be part of their life. There's no greater joy to see someone live their dreams as well. I have two quick stories I want to tell you about my journey here as an athlete and as a coach. On my first visit to Lindsey Wilson College back in 2003, let's go with that, yeah. Let's go with that. I learned two things on that visit. First thing I learned within the first 10 minutes was, what is a dry county? Okay. My parents like, that's a great thing. I was like, I didn't know what it was. I was like, yeah, dry county, never heard of it. Great. But also learning that there was a Hall of Fame. I remember touring the campus, coming from the bookstore, walking into the student union building, and the first thing you see on the right side was brass plaques. At the top of it said Hall of Fame. As I went over there to take a look at them, it was like, who's on the Hall of Fame? Or is there for track and field? Going through everybody, I didn't see no one for track and field. I was like, at that moment, I was like, I'm going to be the first one on that ball for track and field.
Okay.
That gave me the motivation and the desire to be great from day one. Before I even knew I was coming here. I knew I was coming here after 10 minutes, I ain't gonna lie. So that set the tone of reaching for greatness, no matter what it is and what it takes and sacrifice it has to be. The second story, as many people have mentioned in the video, the national championship. Back in 2005, I think it was May 21st, Louisville, it was at the University of Louisville, matter of fact. The event is triple jump. A lot of people might not know what triple jump, you got to jump off your legs 3 times. In this case, I jumped right, left into the sand pit, okay? So, leading up to that nationals, it was a tumultuous time for the Lindsey Wilson track and field program and the loss of our head coach, Coach Stoner. So there was losing him in the middle of the season, shaped a lot of our lives and what we desire as athletes. So going into that nationals, there was a lot of pressure of, we want to do this for Coach Stoner. You know, all the sacrifice and the belief that he had in us as student athletes. We wanted to make sure everybody know that it wasn't for nothing. All right. My main event was triple jump at that time. I was taking care of business. Going into the finals, I was leading finals, but I think I was leading finals by 2 inches, matter of fact. The guy that jumped before me, his last jump, he out-jumped me by 2 inches. All right, and the jump that he did, I have never jumped that far before. So I was like, I can't let nobody down. I did not want to let my teammates down, the school, Coach Stoner, so I muster everything I can. As I walked on the runway, I said a little prayer to give me strength to accomplish the goal that we came here to do. As I looked around, I'm like, there's no crowd. What's going on? There was no races on the track at the time, which is usually don't happen that often. I looked in the crowd, looked in the stands, I saw my teammates, saw Mr. Willis Fuller, and I was like, I'm about to do something I've never done before. So when I did it, I started just like this. I started doing the front lap. Started getting ready, getting hyped. Get a crowd, speeding it up. As I'm running down the runway, feeling it. I hit the board, boom. Right foot. Cycle through, right leg. Cycle through, left leg. Hold in the air, gliding, hang time. Hit the sand. As I came up, I just knew. I had the sand in my hand, just feeling it fall. I did my best Tiger Woods impression at the time. I just knew. I didn't know what it was. I was just like, one thing I hear the officials say, 51 feet, 7 inches. Just exploded. The competitors exploded. It was a huge moment because I just won nationals by 2 feet.
Amazing. That's beautiful.
And I must admit, that's why I don't have no knees now. I have no knees. But I was so joyed, but at the same time, the only thing I can think of is I wish Coach Stoner was here for this moment to share. It's nothing like setting a goal and accomplishing even further than what you thought it could be done. That championship just wasn't for me. It was for my teammates. It was for Lindsey Wilson, and it was for Coach Stoner. As I go in Vigorous Gym, every time I see my name in the banners, right next to it, I see Coach Stoner's name. With that being said, I appreciate everything Lindsey Wilson has given me the opportunity to accomplish. Our motto is every student, every day. And I live by that motto every single day to this day. People I have in contact with, to my students I have now, everything starts with that. With that being said, thank you.